My name is Colin Mills, and the title of this presentation is Spirit and Evolution. You can find similar presentations to this on my website www.whatmakesyoutick.org. We are told that this energy called God is a spirit. But then we are told that we are a spirit. So are we God? Certainly not in our present state of awareness or consciousness. But if you look at others around you, you will probably notice that you might be more selfless, more compassionate, and more caring than others. Then ask yourself whether these qualities are more likely to be the qualities of God. The Bible also states that we are made in the image of God, and that bears thinking about. But when you look around you at humanity's behavior, we see that for a vast number of people on the planet, they do not have the above-mentioned qualities. Selfishness, greed, and exploitation are the order of the day for these people, and as such certainly don't fit into the image of God. Up to now, most religious teachings and philosophies don't tell you why there is this vast difference in humanity's behavior. Many have never bothered to even ask the question, and if they have, the answer is likely to be, it's God's will, which answers nothing. Atheists believe that we are just bodies, and the concept of soul or spirit is sheer delusion, and conclude that they, our bodies, are a self-motivating, self-generating organism or machine that somehow drives itself. Such a view fails to explain humanity's huge difference in its existence, which, by the way, has nothing to do with parenting. This attitude by atheists of "my mind's made up, so don't confuse me with facts" would be shaken if they were to read a book by Richard Sheldrake, a biochemistry professor, called The Science Delusion, and would likely to dispel such atheistic beliefs. To get the idea that you might be more than just a body and that you are a spirit or soul, you have to look at evolution. To understand where your evolutionary place is, have a look at the diagram below and try to assess where your focus of attention mainly is. Wherever you decide you are on the triangle, that is your present place of your evolutionary journey. Now ask yourself why you are at this particular place as opposed to other people. Firstly, when we die, something leaves. This something, which each one of us has, is an individual spirit, which the ageless wisdom calls a monad. The monad is the spark of life, who we are, and is immortal. But when people use the word immortal, they more than likely just settle for the understanding of that word that Christianity has promoted, of living forever. Stop and think about this by factoring in your present awareness and intelligence. If Christianity's definition is correct, when you die, you will sit forever with this present awareness and intelligence without ever expanding. And what will you do? What toys in your present state of being and awareness will you play with? None. It's worth contemplating deeply. The logical reality is that we, as a monad or spirit, evolve by being in a physical form, that is, our body. Our body and our personality dies, and we, as the monad, stop evolving. We hang around for a while, digesting the experience of the life within the physical form we have just left, taking note of our learning, and at some point we, as the monad, take another body, and our intelligence and awareness continues where it left off, living life's experience until that body dies. It is through this process of gathering life's lessons, all the hardships and the joys, repeated many, many times, that we have evolved to the person who is now reading this. To say this another way, our monad's evolution depends on getting off our butt and doing something. Do nothing, and virtually no evolution occurs. The doing something gives us experience, which adds to our consciousness, that creates the personal evolution of the monad. To repeat myself, it is only in the taking of a form, a body, that we, as the monad, evolve. When the form dies, the monad takes its newfound learning, its consciousness, with it, which in turn moves it slightly up the evolutionary chart. It then waits for the time when it reincarnates again. And so it goes on until we reach a point where we, as monads, have evolved sufficiently so as to no longer need the physical form to evolve. If we think about it, evolution drives us into incarnating. How else could we, as monads, develop? Thanks for watching.